Hello guys and welcome back to the channel. Today probably the most important video of the year gonna be discussing is this one, guys. Now a bear market. Are we done with the bull market? There's no more ALTS season. Take it easy. I still believe we are in a bull market. I still believe we're gonna go higher, but I'm gonna show you the plan for the next few weeks. So if you are new to the channel, please subscribe, hit the like button, and we post a video every single day. Guys, Bitcoin went basically down to 100,000. Altcoins got totally obliterated. On Binance, some of them went down 70 to 80%. And I'm telling you right now, guys, BNB today, the Binance coin is at all-time high. There is something wrong with that. So what I'm basically doing right now, I'm taking away all my money from Binance. I don't want to have anything to do with them. I tried to put some limit orders, didn't get filled. The only exchange that really helped me, that really was running smoothly and he had no problem, guys, was Bluefin. My partner didn't have any problem, didn't have any, I put some orders, they got filled. So what I'm telling you, these guys, Bluefin is gonna become one of the top exchanges in the next few years. Come and join with my link, guys. There is a link in the description. We get so many bonuses with Bluefin. Get a reliable exchange, what you saw yesterday. So basically the reason why we we dumped like crazy was basically the excuse was that Donald Trump was imposing tariffs to China, and therefore the market just decided to dump on retails and blah, 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 guys. The problem, and I told you so many times. So if you listen to me and I told you, be careful, a fucker is about to come. Be careful that we could be seeing a flash in the stock market. Just watch my previous videos, right? I told you that we had to be careful, and look what happened. We just totally got destroyed, okay? So it had to happen. It was a leverage reset, which makes me very, very happy right now, because now Bitcoin has the strength to go and basically break a new all-time high. I'm going to show you today why I'm actually quite bullish after seeing all of this scenario. But as always, this was actually a wake-up call. So if you lost lots of money, please leave me a comment. I'm happy to talk to you 100%. But at the same time, if you lost lots of money because you were over leveraged, because you didn't know what you were doing, because your favorite moon boy told you that we were going to the moon, and you basically just went and long everything, you lost lots of money. What I'm telling you right now, more than ever, what you gotta do, guys, is to come on the VIP group. With my spot trading, with my team, with my professional members, I went and only get 25% of my spot trading allocation, okay? I'm still in a Ethereum long at the moment. You can see my entry from here, so in a profit right now. I got stopped out on only 25% of my capital on Bitcoin and Solana on a small trade, so no damage. So the thing is, if you have lost lots of money, guys, I will probably reevaluate my idea of trying to follow the free gurus who tell you that we're going to go to the moon, and instead come in a community of professional traders where we know what we're doing. We are very conservative. We give you anticipation of things, and also we teach you how to trade properly. There's a link in the description. There is also all of our results are documented from here, guys. And also we have a yearly membership where we teach basic crypto, DeFi, intermediate trading, and also advanced trading like order flow. Like, for example, how to read all of this. Because if you don't understand how to trade, guys, macro, you're going to get destroyed. Come in a community for now, the next bear market, and the bull market after that. Because otherwise, you're basically just running, you don't know what you're doing pretty much. Okay? So what I'm telling you, I'm giving you is not an advice, financial advice, but I'm telling you, stop gambling your money away. Right now, guys, weekly chart with Bitcoin. So very important, we were able now to close on the weekly chart above this area. So basically, they saved, they said they saved the day. We were able to close above the 9-week moving average. And the question everybody's asking right now, what is going to be happening now? So right now, there is some negotiation with Xi Jinping and Donald Trump saying that, they're going to probably remove these tariffs. They're not going to happen. But again, the problem here is not the tariffs and it's not Trump. It's the fact that all of this is controlled by an algorithm. So algorithm trading from institutions, they go and pump and dump the way they want, and then they basically condition the market. So right now, I'm going to show you technically where we are and what could be happening. In general, you can see from like a weekly point of view, we have an RSI right now, which is getting crazy compressed. Like we have a crazy compression, but at the same time, we are the RSI on the weekly down to 53. And this to me in my opinion, is actually very bullish, because what is going to be happening is that now we have enough strength to then basically break this new all-time high. Okay, so the scenario right now from more like a short-term point of view is going to be the following. So Bitcoin, what it has to do right now, it has to be able to go and reclaim this level. You can see that right now we're basically below these moving averages, okay? So below, let's say 116,700, 900. And if BTC is going to be able to go and reclaim this level and close above here, let's say, for example, today or tomorrow, there is a high chance the bottom is in, and we're going to be seeing a new all-time high, okay? That could be straight away my thought, if you're going to be able to go and reclaim this area, okay? However, what you got to also take into consideration, and is very important, is that in general, whenever you see a wick of this entity here, okay, usually market makers tend to go and fill that wick. I'm going to show you a little bit more from like an order flow point of view so you can see a bit better. You can see so many buying orders, selling orders, coming in all this area. I'm not going to go and spend too much here on order flow. But in general, what they do is that they have so many orders here which were not filled, the market makers around this area. And what they do, especially in this area from here, they go push the price down again, fill the order, and then they pump it back up again. So I wouldn't be surprised right now if we could be seeing something like that. We could be seeing a pump to this area to 116, 117,000, another drop down to here, fill the wick, fill the order in between 107 to 110, and then we're going to send it up to this area. Okay? So again, good thing is that we really reset all the RSI. To me, I think it's probably going to be now Bitcoin time to go and break an all-time high, and that's what we want. We really want BTC to go and break all-time high and to finish the cycle. When it's going to be happening, all of this thing could be happening in the next maybe month or so. Remember, Donald Trump still wants to proceed with tariffs until basically the 1st of November, which means that if he's going to start to tweet bullshit about tariffs and that again, it could be causing a little bit of, I would say, volatility within the market. So what is going to be my plan from here? So I already allocated some spot money into my account. I already have a plan as well, guys, with a VIP group, where basically also what we do, guys, we have trading ideas every single day. Every single day where to buy, when to sell. Everything is written here. Very high accuracy as well. So again, guys, if you want to be part of one of the top communities in the world, come and join us. We have a plan on when to long, when to short, and when to get in. And in my opinion, and looking at this, right, what I would say is that I'm going to go and show you again. We might get filled around this area, but also there is another point that if you're going to go and break a specific point from the chart, the VIP members already know, we're going to go and probably long regardless. So right now, very indecisive. We need to see how the stock market is going to open tonight, which looks like it's going to be opening green after the Trump remark that says, no, but I didn't mean anything about tariffs. He basically said like you wanted to impose tariffs, and then he basically changed his mind. So that's going to be interesting to see the evolution of that. But at the same time, because of all this mess, I would say until November 1st, we could be seeing some volatility, and then boom, we're going to go to the upside. So far, in my opinion, so good. Next one, Ethereum holding like a champ. And I told you so many times, I thought we were going into an ABC correction from here. I thought about like a B to 4,300, and then like a C. But these bastards market makers, what they did, they just pump it up a little bit more, and then they dump it up again. So very similar to BTC. What I'm expecting right now with Ethereum, we are still below this EMA. So if we're not going to be able to go and close above, let's say 4,300, there is a chance we could be seeing maybe one more dip to the downside. Go down to here. Again, we're getting with Ethereum into a compressive stage. But to be honest, ETH to me looks great. Looks very, very good. Very happy. Is this the bottom for Ethereum? I don't know. Okay, we could still be seeing another drop down to here. So they could be trying to sweep again this previous low to go down to this area, and then maybe go down to 3,200, 400, and then basically send it. But what I'm still looking at right now from like a weekly point of view, it's is this one here. So Ethereum, you can see the previous retest from here. So we had a previous bullish retest. We now had like this very, very big wick. So what I could be seeing from here could be probably a retouch of this area, of this EMA, going down from here, make everybody believe, the bull market is over, and then boom, is going to send. Okay, so Ethereum to me is looking great. Let me know in the comments what you think about that. But to me, look at that, like the precision here. I was saying so many times we could have gone and touched that level. Just watch my previous videos. All is documented all the time. So yeah, that's what I'm thinking right now with ETH. So a little bit of a fuckery, make everybody believe it's over, and then probably it's gonna be like boom, boom, and then another one. Again, guys, my target is still 7,300. Probably now even more than ever. Why more than ever? Why I believe we are into like a potential surge of like altcoins. Well, is the fact that the big boys just went and bought every single possible altcoins like at 50 cents, 60 cents. Why did they actually went and buy so cheap, so little, with ETFs coming? To me, it looks like they probably bought very, very cheap to then started to pump it up again. I want to show you as well Solana. Solana as well, holding up like a champ. We were basically into this target here. I didn't change anything from my previous video showing about these targets. What could be happening now? We could be able to feel this week down to maybe 170, 175, and Solana could still be bullish. Very bullish on Solana as well, guys. I think it's going to be a point where we're going to get into a compression stage. As I always told you, nothing has changed right now. Like, I don't see any break of structure right now. Nothing has changed. We are basically compressing. We keep compressing. We keep doing this and this and this and this and this to a point where it's not going to be any more room, and we should be able to go higher. Again, guys, very important, no financial advice, but we should be able to break higher. It doesn't mean that I believe 100% we're going to go higher, 100% is going to be the whatever, the glorious alt season, everybody's going to be super rich. I'm saying that in terms of probability, to me, this is the most likely scenario. Don't get me wrong, this could be happening, okay? Anything can happen in crypto, and that's the reason why I'm telling you, don't be, I don't know how many times I said that, 100% invested. Have dry powder so you can buy the dip, but of course, people don't listen to me. Anyway, let's go into and talk about now altcoin season, a few things about altcoins, which I think you're probably going to like. Now, first thing about alt season, the others to Bitcoin. Again, I cannot be any more bullish than this chart. This chart, guys, has been totally destroyed, obliterated. Is basically like done. It's completely done. There was the capitulation zone, I think, with altcoins. Pure capitulation. Look at the wick here. Totally got destroyed compared to, this is like others versus Bitcoin. Totally got destroyed. What could be happening from here? As I said before, we could be feeling the wick. Could be happening. So many orders down like this. But I believe this is the bottom for altcoins. And they should be able to really go on a rampage right now. On a rampage. Okay? Because if they're not going to go on a rampage here, it's basically, where are they going to go to here? To 0.01? Doesn't really make sense. To me, that's it was like a capitulation style. They went and just bought anything they could. Very similar to BTC, back in the days. And I believe that probably after Bitcoin plays an all-time high, this thing is going to rip to the upside. That's what I can see right now. That's what I'm basically forecasting in terms of probability. As well, very important, we can have a look at total free market cap as well. Haven't changed anything. If you probably saw my previous videos, I basically placed a rectangle down to here. I cancel it right now, but I really encourage you to watch my latest video. And I was talking about this. I was talking about a potential drop to the downside. So even here, you can see the clear chart which comes in my mind, and you can see what's happening right now. Again, we're getting compressed here, getting lots of compression from this area and also from this area. I can see lots of people right now, calling for a bear market. They say like, crypto is done, crypto is over. They could be right. They could be right. They probably are, I guess their guess is good as mine in the sense of, nobody knows where are we going to go. But to me, to look at a chart like that, to have this kind of week, come back up again this way and still be into this very nice bullish trend, doesn't make me believe that we are into a bear market. As for now, things are going to change later. Maybe we're going to see, I will let you know. But at the same time, for me, this looks like, again, more of a compression stage where altcoins should be able to, again, go and rip to the upside. That's what I can see right now. Okay, maybe we're going to see a feel of this week down to 830 billions, maybe, I don't know. And then we're going to go and send it. So again, guys, with the VIP, we have a plan. In my spot trading section, futures, everything, I have a plan. What I'm doing, at what levels I'm buying. So to really try to get the maximum amount of money and to have the least risk possible. Because that's what you need to have if you want to survive in crypto. We're going to have bear markets. We're going to have another bull market. You don't need to make life-changing money in the next 3 months. You have much more time than that. You have another 4 or 5 years to do that and to do more in a safe way. So very important, guys. Come and learn with us, okay? So another, I would say, cool thing, cool prediction I was making before. I was talking about Bitcoin go and reach around 61% of Bitcoin dominance before going down, forming like an ABC correction. We shot up to 63.3%. That's totally insane. And I was expecting, again, like an ABC correction. I was expecting with the Bitcoin dominance, A, B, and then C. Again, so we had a crazy drop, like a spike up to here. We had a drop, and right now we are closing below this area. I think that the next weekly chart is going to be super important to see if BTC wants to go higher again and then fill this week, which means more bleed with altcoins, with BTC, or is actually already ready to go down to here. Myself, preferably, I would like to see a little bit of a feel of this week, okay? Maybe for, I don't know, the next 2 to 3 weeks, only because this is going to tell me that Bitcoin could be going and then it plays an all-time high. And that's what I want to see right now. I want to see the Bitcoin dominance increasing, altcoins bleeding against Bitcoin, Bitcoin forming an all-time high, and then we're going to basically take everything from Bitcoin, from gold, from the stock market, and put them into risk assets. That's what I want to see right now. And it's going to be super important to see that. Okay? Another one, guys, is the USDT dominance. You can see that we had a spike. We are forming a potential invert head and shoulder. And again, I like to be very fair with you. I like to be honest, objective, is that, again, we could be able to go a little bit higher, feel this week, and then we have to see. But at the same time, you can see from this point here, we're forming a potential inverted head and shoulder. This is going to be completed. Basically, yeah, that's not going to be good for crypto, for altcoins. They're going to get totally destroyed. And it's funny because we are basically doing the same fractal as what happened in 2021. So the fractal was here. We saw this like inverted head and shoulder, and I explained pretty much the same. But again, we are still below resistance. So because we're below resistance, okay, we still get, if we're going to get a rejection from here, then what we could be seeing, if we're going to be breaking down from this area, we're going to be seeing probably a drop here. Okay? And if this happens, it's going to be super bullish for crypto. So very important to have a look at this. Now, few things to take into consideration for today that you really have to check, and they're going to be important. Number one is going to be the DXY. So DXY, as I was saying before, forming a little bit of a rebound. What I could be seeing from here again, is DXY already finished? Is it done? Or are we going to see another drop to the downside? Well, you can see that we basically broke out from this important level of diagonal resistance. We are trying to climb back up again with the dollar. So basically, this has an inverse correlation with crypto. So what it means that if this is going to continue to go higher, then crypto could be heading lower, and that's, to be honest, is going to be good. Okay, so if I see the DXY pumping up again, Bitcoin dropping a little bit down to, I don't know, 107, 105,000, and a little bit of weight because, Donald Trump tariffs, the Fed, I don't know what it's going to be, and we're going to see DXY pumping up again. That actually is going to be good, because after, if you're going to see an A and a B and a C, like I'm expecting right now, okay, then we're going to have so much fuel for Bitcoin to go and continue higher. That's really, you can't imagine how happy I am that we saw this flush. Sorry for those who lost money. I lost some money as well, don't get me wrong. I lost in my spot account, not much now because we recovered, but before I think I was down multiple six figures. So don't worry, that also it affected me as well. I'm not better than anybody. Everybody lost money. So the one that told you that they knew exactly when to short and long, they're complete bullshitters. But anyway, so that's what I'm expecting right now. Very important that you have to really pay attention for today, and I'm watching it like very careful, is going to be the US at 10 years. Okay, so the 10 years right now, guys, is into a verge of a potential breakdown from this triangle. Okay, so this is going to basically tell us so much information to see what the big boys are doing. So if when the stock market is going to open today US time, and let's say this is going to go down this way, okay, that's actually going to be a very good sign that is going to tell us that the big boys are actually putting money into risk assets, okay? Because if we're going to see a spike in the US at 10Y and also in the US at 2Y as well, okay, it basically means that institutions are scared about putting money into risk assets, and they're parking the money into basically government bonds, or sometimes into gold. Gold still very, very high, 4,038. And I'll tell you something interesting about gold. I saw today in Sydney, I was in Australia, in Sydney, it was a gold bar shop, there must have been probably 700 people on a waiting queue that wanted to buy gold. And this is telling me that gold very soon could be heading down for a correction. Okay, it could be going down, I don't know, to 4,200, 300, and then probably have a correction. And that's when you're going to see the shift from risk off into risk on, with Bitcoin leading, and then altcoins to benefit later. And guys, the last, I would say, piece of the puzzle that we have to really monitor as well, and is very important, guys, is the S&P 500. Look at the candle from here, from 6,766 to 6,500. This had to come. And I told you for I don't know how many times in how many videos, look at the candle here. But again, this is great. That's what we want to see right now. We want to see a reset before continuing higher. Because if we keep going like this, okay, we could have seen even a bigger drop with the stock market, with crypto. But right now, we're going to go and basically consolidate a little bit, let the S&P to breathe, and then we're going to be ready for another leg to the upside. And when the S&P 500 is going to take a breather, gold is going to take a breather, then it's going to be Bitcoin turn to go probably and continue higher. So what is going to be basically for me in terms of Bitcoin, the expectation more from a macro point of view. So my scenario, guys, hasn't changed. Right now, I'm allocated with a good amount. I'm not planning to buy anything right now unless something specific is going to happen, which we discuss with the VIP. But at the moment, that's what I'm basically looking at right now. So as I explained to you before, is this the last fuckery? Are we going to see more fuckery coming? It's very difficult to say, but what I expect is that this one doesn't look like a blow-off top. This doesn't look like a cycle, like a market cycle top. And what I could be seeing right now is that those kind of like 4 targets should be reached probably in the next 2 to 3 months. That's what I'm expecting right now. We could be seeing again weekly candle filling up down to here, like down to 100,000, 105,000, and then we should be able to go and basically have our last leg to the upside. What is going to be the target? To be honest, I have no freaking idea. But what I'm going to tell you, in between 140, 150,000, I'm going to sell all my Bitcoins and see you later. And then hopefully get all the benefits from altcoins and altcoin season. Alrighty guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I really hope this was helpful. And if you have a question, of course, leave a comment down below. But otherwise, guys, as I told you before, this one was a warning sign that crypto is fucking scary and volatile and risky. If you don't have full control, if you don't understand exactly what you're doing, how to read the market, and so much more, you're gonna get destroyed. Okay, so I'm telling you, for the sake of you to learn, start to learn properly how to trade, how to invest, macroeconomics, and try to really have a nice strategy, risk management. Otherwise, next time you're gonna see a crash like that, it can even be worse. But anyway, you have a fantastic day, okay? And I'm gonna see you tomorrow for another update.